Welcome to the Brickfilm Panel. My name is Barbecue Brickfilm Productions.
And I am ETR Films, and we are bringing you a quality Brickfilm podcast every fortnight from the land down under.
And we hope you enjoy the show. Hey everyone, and welcome to the second episode of the Brickfilm Panel. I'm Barbecue Brickfilm Productions.
And I am ETR Films.
So,
welcome.
This is the second episode of the Brickfilm Panel, our fortnightly podcast all about Brickfilms, and very similar to the first episode, I guess.
Yeah, not much change.
We were trying to get some special guests, but you know.
Indeed. Those damn Australian time zones.
Yeah, we're ahead of everyone.
Yeah. Maybe everyone should just move to our time zone. It may be a lot easier.
Yeah, or we just interview Aussie brick filmers, I guess.
Yeah, true. There you go. This episode, we're going to have a topic chat, talk about Brickfilm Universes and trailer recreations. Then we're going to talk about our Brickfilms and what we're working on. Yeah, it's going to be interesting for you.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to have some Brickfilm reviews. We got some pretty good ones this time. And then that's it for the episode.
Yeah.
The end.
The end.
Yeah. Alright, see ya.
No, this isn't the end. The end is later,
yes.
at the end.
Ooh. Anyway, so shall we get straight into it?
So we'll be talking about Brickfilm Universes as our first topic for this episode.
Alright, so where do we start?
I say we just start with the Marvel Brickfilm Universe. You know, the most popular one. Because you were a member of it, weren't you?
I was all the way back in 2016.
All the way back then?
Yeah, I'm very old.
I wasn't a part of the Marvel Brickfilm universe. I mean, then again, I'm not a very well-known brick filmer in that, in that sense.
I don't know. They just choose. Oh god, I'm gonna go off topic again. I'm just gonna quickly lower my mic volume for 1 second. And I'm back.
Okay. So the Marvel Brickfilm Universe, for those of you who don't know, it is this collection of brick films using Marvel superheroes, and they all fit together in the same universe with usually... Is it the same voice actors for each character?
Yeah, basically everything's... They try to keep everything as connected as possible, even with the costumes of the characters as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and as you said, voice actors.
Now, who runs it? I think Jampot?
Jack from Jampot Studios, which he's really good at keeping it organised and running.
Okay, because...
So, yeah.
I mean, I will admit I will never be able to become part of the Marvel Brickfilm universe because I don't have any Marvel Lego sets at all, or any of the minifigures.
Get some sets. Then
so expensive.
I will admit they do get overpriced. I mean, I got the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 sets the other day, and they're seriously way overpriced. You get very little in them. I think one set took me about 10 minutes to build, and it cost around $50.
Yeah.
And it didn't include much.
I mean...
Or maybe that's Australian prices as
Australian prices. Lego is so expensive here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why, actually, because I think there's a Lego Australia office somewhere, so...
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's...
But there's a modular that came out this year. I think it's it's called the City Square. I'm not sure. It's the price of it originally, well, in the US is about $300 Australian dollars.
Okay.
But for some reason over here it's about $400 Australian dollars.
Wow.
So I'm not sure why that jumped so.
I really don't know why Lego is so expensive here.
Maybe because having to get them shipped across, or...
And the fact that...
Oh, no.
And the fact that we don't have any special Lego stores in Australia, I think...
Except for the one in Queensland.
Yeah.
Brisbane.
But let's face it, we're not going to go all the way up to Queensland just for our Lego.
True. It's probably like 11 hours away. I don't know. Too far.
Yeah, and it's Queensland.
Yeah, that's also another good point.
So, should we get back to Brickfilm Universes?
Yes!
Yeah. So, the thing with Brickfilm Universes is that
There's a lot of them.
I've never seen one that is really fully connected.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, the Marvel one and the DC one. Who runs the DC one? Is it Jampot still?
I think... See, I'm not exactly sure. I know Rad Visuals, who was he does a lot of DC animations. He was the original owner, then he's left and back and forward. But I know Jampot is behind it as well. So,
because he did the Brickfilm Multiverse, which I'll probably talk about a bit later.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Didn't think of that.
But the thing is, with Brickfilm Universes, a lot of it, especially with the Marvel one, a lot of it is just there is no central storyline, unlike the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I think if there was a central storyline, it would be amazing. I mean, I really enjoy what it is now. Is the whole, everything's connected in a way, but I just want a central storyline.
Yeah, I think, to me, there's a lot of stories. I've got some great ideas. Unfortunately, they're all over the place, and there's no sense. Yeah, as you said, there's like not one central story. There's just multiple scattered stories, and while they're still good, I don't know.
Yeah, the stories. I'm really impressed with the quality of the stories in the Brickfilm universe, or Marvel one, anyway.
I think like one of the good ones, Iron Fist.
Oh yeah,
the Iron Fist series from Joe Bob.
Also, I really like the Howling Commandos one.
Yeah, that's a good one as well.
Yeah,
that's one of my.
Because you did the Civil War one, didn't you?
I did a Civil War Origins.
Oh yeah, that I like that one.
I thought that was okay. I think it was good at the time, and then I don't like it now. Maybe it's just me being.
Yeah, you always
too harsh.
Look back on your work and say, "Wow, I did that."
I know, maybe it's me. Just like having it all dialogue centered, just or focused on the story, just maybe just felt boring to me after watching it a couple of times. But yeah, then again, you have to edit it and look through it 100 times so you kind of know what happened. Yeah, I don't know. Either way,
I mean, I would love to see a superhero Brickfilm universe that goes right from the beginning of superheroes, the origins, the early days, and goes through like a condensed timeline of the actual comic book history. But to do that would require a crazy amount of planning.
Yeah.
But I guess it could be done if you got animators, a few of them. If you mapped out a path and you just got animators to animate the each, they each got a character as their own kind of franchise, if you will.
Yeah, you mean like one animator for their own
character
series or something.
So, for example, if we're talking about a DC Brickfilm universe, we got one animator who specializes in Batman, one in Superman, so on like that.
I find it, how would you do team up Brickfilms then? I wonder how that would work, because I haven't seen it. I've seen a few from the Marvel Brickfilm universe.
It's an interesting
question. But they were more like at the beginning of the... I don't know. That's not a good point.
It's an interesting question, though. I mean, I guess it would be interesting if you were to really go into that whole each animator has their own character. You could do it as a collaborative brick film, or you could just get someone completely different to animate just for example, a Justice League or a Teen Titans or something like that.
Yeah.
And
what was I?
I've seen lots of Brickfilm Universes pop up, like small ones, pop up for a bit. But they just disappear really quickly. Or they just die out. They just have a few videos.
Brickfilm Universe. I think that is that you say Brickfilm Universes die out quickly?
Yeah,
Did you say?
some of them I've seen.
I think that's because I've seen quite a couple of Brickfilm Universes around, and I think when they start kind of falling apart is where it comes to organization and communication.
Yeah.
And like other animators not contributing and kind of going and doing their own thing, which I mean is fine, but then when you've got like a planned out thing, I don't know.
I think
it's complicated.
one of the problems is that a lot of animators, especially with the ones that aren't as organized as the MBU or the Lego DC universe, a lot of the animators, they just ask, "Oh, can I join?" And the administrator says, "Oh yeah, that's fine," and they just go on to their own thing. And there is so many back and forth between things.
One thing for sure, I don't think I'd be able to hold together a Brickfilm universe.
I could probably try if one day. I've got in the back of my mind, I had a ultimate Marvel Brickfilm universe idea, which kind of goes straight from the beginning of when Marvel's comics story started, about World War II, and goes right from the beginning, talks about the characters back then, and then it jumped forward about 60, 70 years to modern day, and we see the characters start to the modern characters like Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Hulk.
Hulk, yeah,
really appear.
Our Australian Thor.
Oh yeah, forgot about him.
You excited for Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah, more than most of the Marvel movies this year, actually.
Even Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not Guardians of the Galaxy, but I mean more of the superhero movies. Sorry, not Marvel movies.
Okay.
Yeah, Justice League. As much as I love the Justice League, mythos and the stories, the movie looks quite.
I really want to love those movies, but I just can't.
I didn't.
Except for Man of Steel. That's the only one I really enjoy.
Man of Steel I enjoyed, kind of. Batman vs Superman I did enjoy. Suicide Squad, it was okay. I mean, I wouldn't say it was as bad as everyone says, but it definitely wasn't.
Oh, I would.
Yeah. Everyone's very divided on that movie, actually.
Let's have a nice conversation about that.
Did you hear that I think they're deciding on the next X-Men movie in a couple of years.
In a couple of years?
Yeah. It will pretty much kind of bring forward a new cast as what they were doing because a lot of the cast for this trilogy left.
Actually? Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think
I haven't heard this.
I think obviously Hugh Jackman left, and Patrick Stewart announced that was his Logan was his last.
He said he'd be coming back in Legion, so I'm interested.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he was on the Graham Norton show, and he said, Logan is probably my last X-Men film.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
Rip.
I think Jennifer Lawrence is going to back out too.
Yeah. She doesn't look interested at all. Like X-Men Apocalypse, I didn't like her character.
I mean, I really enjoyed, First Class and Days of Future Past. X-Men Apocalypse, it was okay. I didn't really like Mystique as a character though.
No, I don't either. Except for Days of Future Past and First Class.
Yeah, I did like a young Professor X. He was really well portrayed with James McAvoy.
McAvoy, he's great.
But yeah, as I was saying, that they're actually thinking of already got an idea for what they want to do for their next X-Men film, and it'll kind of be a soft reboot of the franchise. It'll be based...
Days of Future Past all over again.
Not really, because when you think about it, you got the two trilogies. You got X-Men, then you got X2, then you got, I think it was X-Men: The Last Stand. You got that trilogy, then you got First Class, Days of Future Past, and Apocalypse, and they're thinking this will be like a third trilogy, almost, but it will still be connected to Apocalypse.
But wasn't there a TV show with the X-Men? They're filming a TV show, not Legion,
Inhumans.
but
No, that's Marvel. Sorry,
that's Marvel.
Yeah,
but wasn't there like a?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
It was called what's it called? It was being directed by Bryan Singer. Maybe, I don't know. I thought I saw something.
I know what
Maybe
you're talking about. Got March 2nd, probably Deadpool 2.
That's something I'm excited for.
No, the New Mutants is a TV and a movie. Sorry.
So,
yeah, I read it
Brickfilm Universes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll leave X-Men back in the past. Yeah, so Brickfilm Universes. What I am surprised about though is that I don't think we've seen. We've only got like 3 major Brickfilm universe. We've got the Marvel Brickfilm universe, the DC Brickfilm universe, and I think there's a Star Wars Brickfilm universe.
They're all connected
as
well.
Apparently,
so they can collide at any time.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
But I think the Star Wars Brickfilm universe is just I think it's just 1 or 2 people doing it.
And there's a couple of people in there. I know there's like about 4.
Yeah.
I think that's just a... Oh, no, Yondu. So I have Lego Yondu in my hand. And because I need some... Anyway. Alright. So, I don't know. I don't know where else to go with this Brickfilm multiverse. Maybe?
Yeah. I mean, it's a really good idea. Because it's got... it's kind of a collection of some of the best brick films out there. It's kind of like consolidate. You can see the wide range of brick films. You know, you got the complete MBU saga, the Lego DC Universe saga, Star Wars Brickfilm Universe, sorry, and the Bionicle, the Untold Chapters, which is another kind of universe.
Yeah.
And you got the Community Spotlight, which is, spotlight on adventure, superheroes, fantasy, Star Wars, And then you got the box sets of all these different projects, it's cool. It's a cool idea because you can go there and you can just watch fantasy brick films or just Star Wars brick films, and it's just a good way to consolidate the community.
Yeah. I don't have anything to say about it. Rip.
Have you ever wondered if someone's made a a Ninjago Brickfilm universe or something like that? But
there probably is,
based off a Lego license.
Because there's so many Ninjago videos, you'd think that there'd be people that go, "Hey, let's make a Ninjago Brickfilm universe."
Yeah, the thing is though, with Ninjago Brickfilms, there aren't many really good ones out there. A lot of them.
I've seen a couple that are pretty good.
And the ones that are good are more just fights between the ninja.
Yeah,
there aren't many ones that focus on story. And
some of them are good,
yeah.
And some of them are...
It'd be interesting to see a Ninjago Brickfilm universe. One that does a can you imagine one that did a frame by frame recreation of every single episode?
I thought you were going to say a frame by frame recreation of the Lego Ninjago movie trailer.
No. That would just be a redundant project.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Gives me flashbacks when I tried to recreate a movie into Lego. That was something.
Oh, which movie?
Back in 2015, I was very excited to see Avengers: Age of Ultron.
yeah.
So I actually worked on it for about a year, trying to recreate it into Lego. Like, it wasn't that accurate frame by frame, but I tried. I don't know. It's kind of. I don't know what I was doing, to be honest.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember a couple of years ago I tried to do this a kind of a adaptation of the Lego Adventurers line from the late 90s. Do a very
okay.
Indiana Jones mummy style film.
I know, that sounds pretty good.
And I went through like 3 drafts of the script, and I had the final draft done, or almost done, and I said, okay, this will be the what I'll do, or like the project I would work on. And I'll look at it, I'll work out a budget for everything, and because these were all old sets,
Yeah. How much would they be now?
I looked at it, and the budget's like $3,000. And I said, nah, I'm not doing this.
No. Jeez.
So then I decided to try and do a Lego Agents brick film.
The Ultra Agents or the
old
old Agents? Oh, I used to love that line.
Yeah,
They're great.
I remember.
Oh, nostalgia.
Yeah, because when they came out for the first year, 2008, when it was released, I was kind of more into Indiana Jones. But 2009, I got into the 2.0 series, and I got every single set from that line.
I'm jealous. I'm very jealous.
Yeah. So if I want to, I've got this great idea of the 2.0 as a series, like about 13 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to, I can, go into that. But just that would be, a huge project.
That actually would totally be up for seeing something like that.
Maybe we'll talk about that a bit later in our brick films.
Ooh, okay, you're right. So how'd we get from that to? Oh yeah, Brickfilm Universes.
I wonder if anyone's made a Brickfilm universe that just collects all the Lego original themes into one universe. Because you know how the...
I'm actually pretty sure I have seen someone
really?
do that. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I don't think I've ever seen them since.
Oh.
But, yeah.
I think I saw someone try to a Minecraft Brickfilm universe.
I don't think that would work. Maybe it could.
I mean, it would be interesting because you could do something very... you could do like Steve's storyline, then Alex's storyline.
That could work.
And then they could meet up, and then you can introduce all these other characters if you want to go really creative. But if you want to stay true to the game, then you're not going to see, anything special at all.
I'm gonna download Minecraft again now. Anyway, that's for another time.
Yeah.
A Duplo Brickfilm universe.
I saw one that was Marvel and DC Brickfilm universe connected, actually.
Yeah.
Is that still going?
Probably.
Okay.
Or not. I'm not sure. I mean, I know that the MCU and the Lego DC universe are connected. So if that counts as well.
It might count, but I saw one that was actually one channel called Marvel/DC.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Just waiting for someone to come up with some, Brickfilm universe about some indie comic book.
How about the Brick Panel Brickfilm universe?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Have multiple podcasts all about. So there's one for like Australians, and then the.
Yeah, we just got the
and they come-
Brickfilm podcast universe.
Oh yeah, actually that
it's
sounds
just
better.
the Brickfilm Panel and Blockheads at the moment.
Yeah.
Just,
They all come together.
uh,
Jokes, I'm not going near them. Get off our land.
podcast civil war, Team Brickfilm Panel, Team Blockheads. I actually made the same joke about the Call of Duty cinematic universe.
Wait,
They've announced the Call of Duty cinematic universe.
No.
And
I'm searching this up right now.
They actually announced a couple of days ago. And
like for movies?
Yeah. And they say it's going to rival Marvel's. And
hang on,
my friend said, what would it be like? Instead of the Avengers, would it be the Alliance, the Allies?
It doesn't work.
I know it doesn't work because it's all based off real life wars. What is it? Civil War?
We've plotted out many years. We've put together a group of writers to talk about where we're going to be film that feels more like Black.
What would it be like? Scout origins and paratrooper behind lines. They all meet up in, I don't know, Berlin or something.
I mean, it could. I don't know. I was saying, like, there's now, like, the monster universe, I guess, with King Kong and Godzilla. Which I'm just going to watch King Kong probably this weekend. I have to see it. I have to see it. I really want to see it now.
The soundtrack in that movie.
Henry Jackman. But, if they do movies like that, could it work, or is it the same thing where you've got...
I don't know, a monster Brickfilm universe kind of seems very,
Brickfilm universe.
Sorry, not Brickfilm, cinematic universe, sorry. Sorry, yeah, I'm getting confused.
That could work, maybe. No.
We need a Lego King Kong.
There's a Lego Chima set that comes with, I think it comes with a massive gorilla. You could basically use that, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Chima.
I think actually, I saw, I think it's from a brick filmer. He did a trailer recreation of Kong Skull Island. I think he might have used that. I think it's from, I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Pavsum Films? Pavsum. I know. I'll send the link to you later.
Okay.
Back to this Call of Duty thing.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Because, my friend joked, will it be the Allies instead of the Avengers? And then, I joked, instead of a Captain America Civil War, Alliance Civil War, Winston Churchill, or Team Churchill versus Team de Gaulle. It doesn't work. It's based off real life wars. And unless you're going to go into the whole futuristic warfare that the game's going into.
I'll be honest, I barely know anything about Call of Duty except for the fact that it's based on wars.
I've never played the games. I just know that they, very into the modern futuristic warfare now. I mean, I'm more of a Battlefield type of guy, or an old Medal of Honor. I don't know if you've played those games, Medal of Honor.
I don't play that many games.
It was old on PlayStation 2, and it was these great World War II games. They were good. But back to Brickfilm Universes.
How long have we recorded for now? Nearly half an hour. That's great.
Wow.
I think it's more off topic.
Yeah. So, is there anything else you want to say about Brickfilm Universes?
I haven't got anything else.
Actually, do you know what would be a good Brickfilm universe?
Oh no.
A Harry Potter Brickfilm universe.
Ooh, I'm not sure.
Because I saw someone do a complete recreation of the books of Harry Potter, or I think it was just the Half-Blood Prince. But they did it, instead of the, how the movies, they kind of changed things around and took away things.
It was like a book adaptation.
A complete true to the book adaptation. And it was really good. I mean, the animation for Half-Blood Prince was okay. Then they went to the Order of the Phoenix, and they did one episode, and the animation, visual effects, everything was so good. Even the voice acting. And then it just stopped.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And I really want to see more of that. Because I love the Harry Potter books.
Then you know what would be good? I think this one would be quite interesting. I wish they kept making the sets for these though. Lord of the Rings, Brickfilm Universe, or Middle Earth.
That could work because you could do the Hobbit, and you got the Lord of the Rings, and then you could do all the stuff that happened around.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for someone to pull out the Game of Thrones Brickfilm universe.
I'm not sure how that would work. I mean, go back to last week's topic on where does a brick film become
Oh, yeah.
too mature.
Yeah, I'm reading the books at the moment, and let me tell you, that is not suitable for kids. That is not Lego material.
I don't know.
I'm not even going to go into detail on what those books, contain, because I'm going to keep it suitable for the kids listening.
I know my friend watches it, but that's... I don't know much about it, and I don't think I need to. Maybe I would. Maybe when I'm old.
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good story if you get past the violence and the swearing and all the other stuff. It's really good story. Really in depth and really complex. So that's pretty cool.
So, trailer recreations.
Yes, that's our next topic. So
there's been quite a number of trailer recreations since our last episode.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, because there are a lot of trailers that came out in between then.
You got Spider-Man Homecoming trailer.
Yeah.
Guardians.
We got, I think, because it was around the time, because we just got heaps of trailers, after Super Bowl and, between then and our first Brickfilm podcast. That came out, and a lot of people finished the trailers by around this period. And we've seen heaps of Guardians of the Galaxy ones out.
Yeah. I've got something interesting to talk about.
Yeah, a bit later on.
But that maybe later. Yeah. But this is like the perfect topic to talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, originally we were going to have Hux on this episode. And this would have been, he is really good at recreations. This would have been the perfect topic for him.
If someone's going to recreate a trailer, it's definitely going to be him.
Yeah. And it's got guns.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
reposted it.
The
trailers 3 times.
Yeah, there was the 2 Guardians of the Galaxy ones and the Belko experiment one.
That's not coming out till April over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I searched up the times because I was actually kind of curious, and then I found out it's not coming out for... Wait, April's now. No, it'd be towards the end of them. But then again, it's not... Okay, I don't know.
I mean, we just got the Lego Batman movie.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen it yet?
No, I haven't. I've been so busy.
Sure.
I mean, I've got a free ticket I could use for it.
Use it. I'd give it 4 stars out of 5. I mean, it was... I guess it was what I expected, but also not what I expected.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. The trailers don't show a lot.
Okay. I think the trailers show a lot more of the one-liners that Batman uses. But
it's pretty...
Yeah, we just got the Lego Batman movie when everyone else had it in February.
The hype's really died.
Yeah. Apparently it got... Yeah, I think... Was it you that put that link of the...
yeah.
How it really...
It's bombed?
It underperformed in Australia. It completely bombed.
Yeah. Shame.
I think it was overshadowed by Kong and Logan.
And Ghost.
Ghost in the Shell, yeah.
In the Shell.
I'm not interested in that movie at all.
I mean, if I had nothing else to do, maybe, but I'm not that interested either.
I mean, I've never been a fan of anime.
Anime.
The only thing... I remember when I was about 12 years old, I read one of the Naruto manga.
It's not...
I just read it.
You must read the manga first. What's that mean? Now I'm cool.
Yeah, I just read it because a friend said, "Oh, you should read this."
Okay.
So I said, "Okay." I read it and it wasn't that interesting, but it was an interesting kind of layout, but it wasn't the story terms,
I'm ready for a Lego anime movie that's coming out. When is it coming out?
Wait, Lego anime movie? What?
The Lego anime movie.
I don't know. I can't tell if...
The Ninjago
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Speaking about the Lego Ninjago movie, there's a contest. Reboot contest.
Oh, really?
There's so many people entering, I think. Well, I mean, there's already about 100 comments in the section, and that's very big compared to the last contest, which was the Lego Batman movie one.
And they did one for the Lego movie, I remember.
The prize, though, is really interesting. Your movie being featured in the actual film.
Okay. That's what they did with the Lego movie.
Yeah.
And...
You're right.
I mean, but, you know, it was Tom that won the Batman one.
Yeah. He's really good. I'm gonna buy the DVD just so I can watch that, to be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's free on the internet.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll support
But he got the best prize.
He did. I think I might take a trip up to Queensland one day. Just pinch one or two of his sets.
Oh, is he from Queensland, eh?
Oh, yeah, he's from Queensland.
Okay, so he must be right where the Lego store is.
Yeah, it's about... Yeah.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
But anyway, trailer recreations.
Yeah. I've never attempted a trailer recreation. Never.
They're fun. They are annoying, but they're really fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I considered doing the Star Wars New Hope trailer for the 40th anniversary. But I'm working on Star Wars at the moment. I thought, you know, if I was going to do something, it'd be different. But what was that?
I'm not sure.
Is that on your side or mine?
Hang on. No, that's on my side. Where's... Oh! Hang on, I found it.
Okay, so it's yours.
Yeah. Sorry about that. So, where were we? That distracted me.
Trailer recreations.
Okay. Did you say you were going to do the Force Awakens trailer?
The New Hope trailer I was thinking of doing.
Oh.
You know, the original one.
That'd be interesting.
But I just... Because I've got a lot of the characters. I mean, I can do the opening Rebel shot because I got... In 2008, I got the Rebel Battle Pack. With the one with the actual Rebel soldiers with the helmets and all that. The ones that you see in the opening shot of A New Hope.
Do the Darth Vader scene from Rogue One.
Yeah, Tom's doing that. You can't compete with that.
Yeah.
Well,
still do it anyway.
I should do the opening scene, the ending scene of Rogue One and the opening scene of A New Hope. Just put them together, Brickfilm recreation.
There, and that's how you top it.
Yeah, and then that would be a good idea, actually. I'm seriously considering putting Heroes of the 501st on the shelf to do that.
Yeah. Just trash the series. Just go straight.
I can't trash the series.
And dedicate your life just to recreating that.
I mean, they've got the whole Darth Vader scene on YouTube though, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Didn't the movie just come out?
Yeah, on DVD.
On DVD?
Yeah.
Nice. What did you think of Rogue One?
I liked it. I mean, it was really different from what we've seen in Star Wars, and I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I agree, and a lot of people at my uni also agree that Rogue One was a lot better than The Force Awakens.
See, I do remember The Force Awakens. I'm not sure. I like them both. I do think Rogue One is the better film, though.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not really the characters weren't really great.
The characters weren't developed enough, apart from Jin.
There. And even then, I didn't like Jin's character at all. She was probably my least favorite character from the film.
I mean, I don't even understand why Chirrut and Baze actually came along with the mission.
Friends. That's because they wanted to. I think. I don't know. One thing I love the cinematography.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think it's probably one of the most visually stunning films I've seen.
And the fact that the tone was completely different. We saw that the galaxy wasn't just black and white. It wasn't just the Empire are bad and the rebels are good. You start to wonder, well, the rebels do some questionable things.
Mm.
I actually read a Star Wars book last year called Twilight Company, which is based off Battlefront.
Twilight.
No. I didn't read Twilight. I read Twilight Company.
Okay. There's actually some people at my school who genuinely like Twilight.
That was popular when I was in like year 5.
Oh, okay.
And that was when the movies were coming out, so
Fair enough.
I guess it's when people were popular, or like finding it popular. But in my school, Harry Potter was always the real popular one. Well, that was in primary school. In high school, it was Game of Thrones, but
Of course.
yeah, it's trailer recreations.
Yeah. They're good. They're fun. And there's a lot of them.
Yeah, that's the thing. There are so many out there now that it's almost overkill.
Yeah. I wish there was a more variety of
True.
trailer recreations, to be honest.
It's always superheroes with the occasional Star Wars one.
I mean, yeah. I guess I should stop doing so many superhero ones and do some ones outside of that.
Yeah.
Maybe King Arthur. No, King Arthur's too soon.
Oh, yeah. I think the King Arthur one though, it just the way it'd be really difficult to do that one.
I think it'd look awesome in
Oh,
Lego
yeah.
though. Just imagine that.
Except
If done right.
the thing is though, the song they use in the trailer is by Led Zeppelin, and you cannot play any Led Zeppelin on YouTube at all. Your video will get removed.
Even with
Now,
the trailers?
I'm not sure because I'm really not sure with that. I mean, obviously the official trailers are paid for the rights, but
I mean, surely that could come under fair use.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of music companies are quite strict with their whole policies of sharing. Even I think Star Wars is really bad with their cinematic music too.
What did like with using it in the video?
That's why a lot of animators use that kind of, I don't know if you've seen them, very that Star Wars inspired music. You there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not sure what you're talking about though.
There was one a Brickfilm, Fox of the 501st. By I forgot who it was by. I'll just check. Really good Brickfilm. It's one of my favorites. I think it was, and pretty much the opening one had a very Star Wars inspired song, but it wasn't a song from Star. Yeah.
Okay.
But he did the Force Awakens trailer when it was released.
Ooh.
And like the very first trailer, and that was really good. Custom score composed by Jason Bench.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a custom score. I've seen people do it before. I've even seen people actually like plug in their electric guitar and just play the Star Wars theme on guitar. Yeah.
I have a question back to with trailer recreations. What do you think makes a good trailer recreation that's done right?
I think if you can capture the cinematography that they use in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So you think if the animation was like wasn't that great, but it was still the same cinematography as them.
I think that you do need good animation for a trailer recreation because a lot of people are really quite harsh when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you need good animation, but there are some people I've seen they use recreations where it's very basic backgrounds, and you do need, especially if you're doing something like Star Wars or like Dunkirk, for example. You can't just.
Ooh.
But with Dunkirk,
I don't know.
I think
I'm not going to recreate that.
I think you can get away with the basic sets for Dunkirk because a lot of it's just water on a beach.
Yeah. How you plan on making that water? Have it like the big ocean. How do you make that
would do
into Lego?
I would probably. I mean, there are different techniques for animating water. Actually, I know Brotherhood Workshop like to use cellophane. That see through. Not paper. It's like gift wrap paper kind of, but not. It's translucent.
Yeah, I
they
think
wrap
what you're talking
Christmas
about.
hampers in it and all that. You get them different colors, and he uses a light blue one.
Mm-hmm.
And he does that. He did that for his one of my favorite ones of his, the Lake Town one.
Oh yeah, that one.
And that was really well done. I mean, obviously the water wasn't a big deal in it, so he could get away with that. I've seen another animator, Michael Hickox. He just used plates to just show the waves moving across the water and then turning them into white plates as they kind of crashed on the sand.
Yeah.
There are different ways.
I wonder how would you to get the scale of the ocean.
True. I mean,
would you use mini sets, or would you go full out?
I would probably go with mini sets. I mean, I did that with Heroes of the 501st first. I used mini scale gunship over mini scale trees, and then did that to create a scope of a larger planet. But you'd probably have to use a mixture of miniature sets, and then ordinary minifigures. But you'd have to probably use a lot of green screening, unless you got a huge enough set.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, I think you'd probably have to definitely use green screen. You could just film the boat and then just have the green screen with the water in the background.
Yeah.
But
like with trailer recreations, I think when I see people giving feedback on trailers, I think you said before how they really only critique animation.
Yeah.
And like they don't really care how accurate it is. They're just more focused on the animation. I think it's something that people do tend to miss. I don't know.
Yeah.
Rip.
But I want to see more variety in recreations.
Yeah, definitely.
At the moment, as I said before, you just see superhero films and the occasional Star Wars one. I want to see more of the obscure, not obscure movies, but movies that aren't.
Even the Belko experiment, that was something unique.
Yeah.
Even though he got guns from it and he kind of had no choice.
Yeah. I mean, movie coming out soon, Kingsman 2. I wouldn't mind, seeing someone do a recreation of the trailer for that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised we haven't seen a Pirates of the Caribbean recreation, actually.
I've seen one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There was one that was... Yeah, it wasn't that bad, actually.
Okay. Because that one would be pretty difficult.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd be able to do that, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, we saw a lot of Logan ones too,
I'm surprised how many Logan ones were made, actually, because there's no sets to really base it off. You have to kind of...
And considering it was a MA movie...
Yeah. Would that work? But then again, Hugh Jackman tweeted out the Brick Rangers trailer.
Yeah. Was it tweet or Facebook?
No, I think it might have been both.
Okay.
But I know that he tweeted it out.
Okay. I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I know someone who's actually still making their Logan trailer.
Really?
Yeah. But it looks very good.
Okay.
So
I guess I wouldn't.
there you go.
I guess if you want to release a trailer recreation, it's the best. The best time to do it is when the hype's there. But if you were to do a recreation of a trailer of a movie that came out a few years ago and do it really well, then I mean, a lot of people don't pay much attention because the movie's come and gone.
Yeah, it's the hype's over,
Yeah.
basically.
And I think we don't see many old movie trailers, done.
No.
And I want to see more, variety in trailers.
Yeah. Someone was going to recreate, what was it? Was it The Return of the King or The Fellowship of the Ring?
Oh, okay, that'll be cool.
They were doing the trailer for that, and they didn't care if it was an older movie, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
But they just wanted to create it for fun, and I think that's. I'd love to see that.
I mean,
I'm not sure.
I considered doing the Dark Knight recreation.
Ooh.
Or the Dark Knight Rises, sorry. But I didn't have the proper Bane minifigure. I mean, I had the one from the Batcave set, but
yeah.
Then
you could probably.
I'd also consider doing the what was it? The Stanford Prison Experiment trailer, which was this movie, a psychological movie based off a real life event, and I considered doing that as a recreation. But I thought it was a very obscure trailer and film, and it was.
I haven't heard of it.
It was a very dialogue driven, and and it would have been a very boring trailer to animate.
Yeah,
but it would have been pretty easy.
I don't know. I think probably. I don't know. Personal opinion. I think the best Lego trailers have some sort of action in it.
Yeah.
Some sort of cool visuals. I don't know. What was I?
Another type of recreation is like scenes from movies or something.
Ooh, you have no idea what I was gonna try to recreate at the start of the year. You would have killed me if I did.
What?
Block your ears, boys and girls. I was gonna do the we are number one into Lego.
Oh no.
I thought of it. I actually was like, hey, this could work. And no, I didn't. Luckily, I didn't do it in the end.
I've seen the Darth Vader scene many times in Lego. I've seen the final Civil War battle.
So yeah, Hux's recreation of the whole airport scene, that was brilliant.
Yeah. What's another one? I haven't seen many of them, but they are becoming more popular. Oh, there was that Whiplash one, but with Spider-Man in place.
That was good. And got video films put up. The Nice Guys scene when they're in the elevator. That was cool. Have you seen The Nice Guys?
No, I haven't.
You should see it then.
Okay. I think
trailer recreation.
I think Akash did the Daredevil scene in the prison. Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't too bad. Yeah. I love Daredevil.
Yeah.
It's so damn. I finished watching Iron Fist.
Well, that's better than what I did.
What did you do?
I just left it at episode 7.
Oh no! Keep watching.
I just got so bored of it.
At least, I think episode 6 that the fight scene in episode 6 are probably one of the best. But you need to keep watching. Just
yeah, I mean it was just
it gets interesting, I guess. But then
I didn't like Danny's character though.
I think Danny needs some work.
Yeah, I really like the Meacham storyline.
Ward.
Oh yeah,
Ward Meacham.
Yeah, Ward's.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters.
And
in the
I
series.
also like Joy's as well.
Yeah. I think as we start getting to the end of the series, she starts to become quite annoying.
Okay.
That's just me.
Yeah.
I didn't like
I really like Ward's. I mean, the one what I last remember, he was struggling with his addiction.
Yeah.
Did they reveal because he was in the show he was addicted to the painkillers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But did they reveal that he also used the sample of the drugs that Danny?
I won't say anything.
Okay. Because it's kind of implied, but
Another good character in the series, I think it's Madame Gao.
Yeah, except she was already developed in Daredevil.
I think she's probably one of the better characters in this series. And then there's also another villain in the thing, which I won't spoil. I liked this character.
Alright.
I won't say anything. Actually, there's a couple of villains that are... I won't say anything.
Oh, okay.
But one thing I'll say about Iron Fist, Daredevil action scenes were better.
Oh, Daredevil. That one, I considered doing a recreation of the scene in season 1. Was it season 1 or season 2 where Daredevil fights against the ninja?
Ooh.
And I considered recreating that. That was one of my favorite scenes in the whole show.
Was that where he gets completely...
Yeah, he gets
like slashed and everything.
beaten up. Like the guy, he uses the chain.
Oh yeah, that was brutal.
Yeah, it was just such a good scene though. The fight in that was just amazing. I think it makes it even better because Daredevil's blind, so you're just looking at him fighting like how. And when you find out the backstory, how Daredevil is probably the best Netflix show on Marvel anyway.
Out of the shows you've seen that are the MCU Netflix shows, rank them. I'm curious.
Okay. Daredevil at the top, then Jessica Jones, then Iron Fist, then Luke Cage. Simply because I only watched the first episode of Luke Cage and I just, I got bored. Nothing happened.
I want to watch Luke Cage, but I think I'm going to get bored so easily.
It was really boring. I mean, I watched the first episode and nothing happened.
And then again, Iron Fist was quite slow at the beginning, and then it starts to speed up once you get to the second act.
Well, with Daredevil and Jessica Jones, it jumps straight in.
Yeah, that's... Oh, that end of the first Jessica Jones episode.
Yeah. The ending of Jessica Jones, it was a good ending.
Yeah. I love Jessica Jones too.
The one thing I could not get over is that Kilgrave was played by David Tennant.
He was so good.
I know he was good. It's just that once you've watched Doctor Who and then you see David Tennant play Kilgrave, you
can't see him as a villain.
Because you can't see him as a villain because you've seen him do all this stuff in Doctor Who and then it doesn't... I mean, he was a good actor and he portrayed it well. I just think because he already had that Doctor Who air about him, you can't really... It's a bit difficult to cast him as a bad guy.
I just started watching Doctor Who, and I wonder once I start getting into the David Tennant stuff, I wonder if I'm going to see him as a villain more than...
That'd be interesting, actually. Because I remember I got into Doctor Who because our Year 6 teacher... every Friday would play an episode of Doctor Who starting from David Tennant.
That's so good.
It was so good. We'd just be doing art, drawing things. We'd just be watching
That's
Doctor
so
Who.
good.
It was so good, yeah. And that's when I got into it. But my favourite Doctor is Matt Smith, the 11th Doctor. So you just started with...
I've started on season 1
okay,
and up to the third episode. I don't know if I should skip it or not. I mean, I'm finding it quite cheesy.
Yeah, the earlier stuff were quite cheesy. The earlier Doctor Who stuff, especially
when does it start to get less cheesy? Like a bit more.
Well,
it doesn't have to be serious, but it has to be good at least.
I mean, season 1 was... I liked the Doctor. He was a very serious...
Doctor's great.
Yeah,
so far.
I mean, it does get a bit more. The first episode was quite slow. I mean, but it was kind of meant to reintroduce the Doctor.
Sure.
After his, I think it ended in the 80s, the original run, and they had a movie.
Pretty sure it got cancelled.
Yeah, it got cancelled. Then they had a movie in the 90s, and then it came back in 2005.
Yeah.
And that, when it came back, it was probably the best. It was better than the original ones. And season 1 does get a lot serious towards the end. The last few episodes are so good. And season 2, it's okay. I mean, there are a few episodes you can skip, and there's one where the Doctor's not even in it.
Actually?
Yeah, there is one where he is not in it at all. It's just about these people trying to prove that he exists. And they get...
I'm not sure how that would go.
That was a really bad episode, actually.
Anyway, trailer recreations.
Yeah. Someone should do a Doctor Who recreation.
Ooh.
I've got the set, actually. I got the Lego Ideas set.
Go for it.
Yeah. It's just that it doesn't have David Tennant. And it's more of the 12th Doctor, so I haven't watched any of that yet.
Yeah. We are currently 1 hour in, and we're still on the first segment.
Well, we got a lot to talk about, I guess.
Are you going to edit this episode?
I guess.
Is that any possible?
I can do it tomorrow morning, probably. Guess I've got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Unless I get an email from one of my lecturers saying, "Yeah, can you just design this house?" I need to build a piece of furniture over the holidays, actually.
Out of Lego.
Oh, we were actually in a lecture, and they were talking about we had to build this model or something, and straight away the lecturer said, "And no Lego models." Specifically, she mentioned no Lego models, and everyone's like, "Aww."
I think I remember you saying that last time.
Oh, did I?
Rip. I think you might have.
I know I put it on Twitter, but yeah,
Rip.
it was just such a funny thing because everyone's just like, "Aww." Like, and that.
How many people are in your class? I'm just curious.
I think we started off with about like 100 and something. I mean, there's a lot of people, and a lot dropped out though. I mean, I know someone, and she dropped out because she found the maths too hard.
Oh.
And then I just say, "What maths? We haven't done any maths."
Oh. Gotta love university. Anyway.
So, on to the next topic, I guess.
Yeah. Our Brickfilms. Hey.
Yeah, our Brickfilm.
Let's start with you.
Okay. Well,
1 second.
I've taken a few weeks off filming. I had lots of stuff to do. I had so much work due, especially this week. But I'm gonna get back into the brick filming and hopefully release episode 2 of Heroes of the 50 first. By the end of my holidays, which is 2 weeks. So hopefully I can do that. But what I've done is I've given myself a month for each brick film, for each episode, and I've planned out and structured and scheduled every brick film project I'm going to be doing. So because I've got all these ideas, and I decided to put them down in a list, and exactly when will this be released, and how long, so I can kind of gauge when I need to work, how long, and just a progression of what I'm working on. So I think from last I checked, I had projects going into the 2020s. So
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, it's all these ideas, just series.
My mum was stalking me that whole time.
Okay.
Rip.
So yeah, I'm kind of going on about structuring what I'm going to be doing for pretty much for the foreseeable future, and exactly what projects I'm going to be working on, so I can plan it out months in advance, do all the pre-production, bind the stuff, and then as soon as I finish one project, I can get straight into the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really leave much room for this would be a good idea, and just do it on a whim, like a Christmas special or a recreation or something. But it's just structured projects, and these projects are quite big projects.
Can you make a Lego barbecue? And make a brick film all about a barbecue.
I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking of changing up my logo, actually.
Your logo?
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking of doing a
Johnny Thunder.
I'm thinking of doing a more of a, instead of just having Johnny Thunder in front of flames, I was thinking of having a red Lego brick.
Satan in front of flames,
no.
maybe?
A red Lego brick, black background, and the Lego bricks on fire. And then I was thinking of putting it as a kind of, you know how you got Paramount Pictures where the stars go over the mountain, you've got Universes, planet. I was thinking of doing something kind of like that, where you got this plain brick, and it just bursts into fire, and then it just zooms out with my name, and then it goes into the brick film.
Rip.
Yeah, except I should probably work on brick films instead of intros, I guess.
Work on your uni projects.
Yeah.
Work on Heroes of the 500 and...
First, yeah.
Rip.
Yeah. If I can get out an episode a month, I will be happy.
Do it.
Yeah, I just...
In a Emperor Palpatine voice, or whatever you want to
do
call
it. I can't do it. Do it.
I can't do it either.
Yeah. Palpatine's one of my favourite characters to imitate.
Rip.
So
do it. Kill him. I can't. No, that was terrible. Don't just edit that bit out, please.
Good, Anakin. Good. Now kill him. Kill him now. It's just the voice he puts on. I mean, I can get the pitch and all that. It's just the voice, you know.
Oh boy.
I'm better at Alfred from the Michael Caine Alfred.
Oh, please go.
Okay.
Please do it.
I've got the Dark Knight Rises script on my computer, actually. Let's find one of it.
I've got the B-movie script on my computer. Would you like to read it?
No. Where is it? I'm gonna Dark.
It's on our it's like at our school we have this one big drive where us as students we can share anything.
Oh yeah, we had that.
It. We have the B-movie script in multiple places on our drive, which is excellent.
I purged so much from that drive. I'm not joking. I took a lot from that drive. I took the Adobe license.
Oh no.
Because I then took the Whiplash movie because we studied it in a year
oh my god.
12. Took that. I took all these funny photos from like Sports Day and all that.
Sure.
I just got all these things just on my computer from the school's network.
I don't think our drive is as good as that, but yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, here we go. Dark Knight Rises script. Here we go. Dark Knight Rises by Jonathan Nolan and Christopher Nolan.
That'd be a cool movie to study. I don't care if it's Batman.
Got Bane. Where's an Alfred line? Master Wayne, you haven't been down here in a long time. She may be, but we have the trace on the necklace. Here's a good line. At this point, sir, I would set you up with a chimpanzee if I thought it would bring you back into the world.
Oh, I love that line, to be honest. It's good.
Yeah.
I love Michael Caine's Alfred as well.
Oh, yeah. I saw this movie that starred Michael Caine in a couple of weeks ago called Harry Brown, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, if any kid, it's very violent, do not watch this movie, for any kids. I mean, if you're about 16 years old,
If you're about 6 years old, go for it.
Yeah. Very violent. It's pretty much about, Michael Caine's character, Harry Brown, is living in this, really run down area of London, I think it is, and there's this gang that's running around these hoons and they kill his best friend.
Oh.
So he's and his wife's just died, and they killed his best friend, and he's just overcome with grief, and the police aren't doing anything, so he says, right, I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And he just becomes this vigilante, killing these hunting down these criminals.
Michael Caine,
yes. It's a really confronting movie.
It sounds... I can't imagine Michael Caine just jumping around.
I couldn't, but the way he does it is so well done. I really enjoyed the movie. It was a very violent movie.
Was this like... How old's this movie?
2009, so it's quite recent.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, hold up. I'm searching that up now.
Harry Brown, yeah, it's a good movie. And a lot of people said it was really realistic. It almost felt like a documentary. Ooh. And there was one scene that really got me. Is really quite confronting, is where he's in this. He goes into this dodgy house.
Oh.
And the guy
it's a guy from Harry Potter. What's his name? What's his name? Oh,
Harry Brown.
The guy that does the restrictions in the library and whatnot. I don't know.
Oh yeah, him. Yes. yeah. The caretaker. Hello. Hello? You there?
Oh, hey.
Yeah. Cut out again.
I got distracted by this.
Okay, yeah. So the movie, and it's there was the one scene I'm talking about. He goes in to buy this gun from these people. They deal drugs and all that, and they show the putting the needles in their arms and all that, and snorting their drugs and all that, and it was really it was a really powerful, like emotional scene. But it was a very kind of scene that, and the thing is, like, that's so real. That's what happens in life, I guess.
Rip.
Yeah, it's a good movie. You should definitely go see it. Well, not go see it, just borrow it or something.
64. It's got a rotten from the top critics, and the average rating is 6 out of 10.
I don't know why. I mean, it's very split. I mean, some people really liked it, some didn't. And it's not a movie that you really know.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll put it on my watch list.
Okay.
I've got a lot of movies I want to watch. I think I'm hoping to watch The Social Network tonight, if I can find it.
They should just make a movie called The Socialist Network.
The Socialist Network.
Yes.
Why did that trigger a keyword in my head called Trump?
I'm not sure.
World War III sounds very
close.
Yeah.
The thing is, what's scary is that the Australian government have backed him now, so if he goes in with troops, we have to go in with troops.
That'll kill me.
Oh, don't worry, probably their war will kill you.
Wait, I heard there's not conscription or anything if that happens.
Oh, I know. If there's conscription...
I'm gonna...
If there is conscription, I'm getting out of this country. I ain't fighting no war.
Okay. So yeah, your Brickfilms.
Yeah, move on to yours.
Oh no, I accidentally rated it. I rated Harry Brown on my Letterboxd account. Oh, so I can't unrate it. Okay. Rip.
What did you rate it?
I rated it 3 stars by accident, and I can't remove it from my watch list. So,
oh well. What, 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 10?
No, 3 out of 5.
Okay.
I only got letterboxed the other day, so I'm still trying to figure out how it works.
It's weird because I'm sitting in pitch black in my room.
Okay, I fixed it.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm sitting in pitch black in my room because I can't be bothered getting up to turn on the light.
Nice.
And it's 20 past 6.
Alright.
Okay. I might. I don't know.
Alright.
Oh,
So
I've got
what
lights on my
happened?
desk. They're not very powerful, but they work. No, they're broken.
Great.
I've got studio lights from my Brickfilm studio set up. I actually had to demolish my Brickfilm studio
Why?
because the one of my subjects required me to take professional photos of our models. So they said, try and set up a photo studio. I'm like, I've already got one set up. I go there. I said, okay, shouldn't be too hard. I can just just take off the set. Turns out my model was so big. It was this box with like all these things in it, and it was so big I had to reposition my lights, rip off the base plate, make a curve of white paper. It's just such a big model. My whole studio is now demolished.
Gee,
so yeah, need to get my studio back into a commission.
Rip.
So now onto your Brickfilms, eh?
I'll make it quick, so we can get through this podcast. So what I'm working on now, I'm hoping to get this out before the movie, which is on Anzac Day.
Okay.
So, hey. I've got 2 weeks to work on a TV spot.
Isn't everything closed on Anzac Day though?
No.
Oh, really?
Well, at least in our town, I know the cinema's open.
Oh, okay. I don't know about cinemas, but I know all the shops are usually closed.
I don't know. The only thing that I know that's open is the cinema.
Okay.
So that's all I really care about. Because
yeah,
I want to watch Guardians of the Galaxy opening day.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah, I watched Civil War opening day.
Really?
Yeah.
How lucky.
Yeah, it was a very anticlimactic movie though, that's the thing.
You didn't like it?
I liked it. I saw it 3 times, but the ending, I wanted Cap to die. I know it sounds morbid, but I wanted him to die.
The first time I watched Civil War, I was a bit meh about the ending, but then I think I appreciate it more now.
Yeah, I think I appreciate it more now, but if Cap died, it would have done something that Marvel have never done before.
Yeah, you're right.
And
actually,
then it would have just shocked everyone. And then just imagine.
And then the DCEU fanboys be like, "Oh, you're copying Batman v Superman,
Yeah.
boy."
Oh,
Ugh.
but then Bucky steps up to take the role of Captain America. This happened in the comics actually.
Yeah.
And then Bucky stands up, and we can get a solo Bucky film with Black Widow, a kind of a solo Bucky Black Widow film, where they're on the run from the authorities because both of them are wanted criminals now. So on to the Brickfilm reviews.
Yeah.
So the first Brickfilm we'll be reviewing is Egyptian Holiday by Mob Deli.
So this one's really cool. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, the animation of this one really good.
Yeah, I think. Where did you find this? I'm curious because I've never heard of this guy until now, and it's incredible actually.
I just found it while looking for some adventure brick films while working on my Johnny Thunder series when I was still developing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm surprised he hasn't done more because he's really good at it.
He's done a couple of films. I'm just gonna quickly check out his channel. He's done some stuff for the Lego from the Lego group actually.
Oh really?
Monster Fighters, a music.
Oh mate! Oh, The Adventures of Max.
I
I think he worked on The Adventures of Max stuff. The Lego Club.
I'm not sure if that's another guy, but I know. I'm just looking at his channel. He's got all the stuff, like music.
Oh yeah, Monster Fighters, President's Day, Talk Like a Pirate Day. Wow. Oh wow. So I think he just works for Lego now, I guess.
Or something similar, but yeah. It looks... His stuff is great.
Yeah. So this brick film is basically about these explorers, I think they're 20s or 30s, go to Egypt to search for a jewel, pretty much, in this temple.
Indiana Jones like. Oh.
They're quite eccentric, especially the professor himself. And the trouble they get into, so it's a really good adventure brick film. Yeah.
I gotta say,
I really like the voice acting.
Set design.
Too.
Oh, the voice acting as well. The voice acting is
yeah.
great. I was gonna say, the rooms for the temple, they're it's amazing.
It's just, and the way they use the real sand, I really liked it.
There was one room I really liked. To be honest, all of them are great.
The hallway, and then there was the there was one set with, it was a hallway, right? And there was a bridge along on the side of all the like hieroglyphics, and the bridge kind of is over all this sand.
Oh, I think I found it. It's my Wi-Fi's being slow, so I can't.
It's like, okay.
Is it at the 3-minute mark? Oh yeah, I think
3:22. Yeah.
Yeah, that's incredible. I'm wondering how big the actual set for the.
It just gets.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's back. Wi-Fi's being tricky.
Yeah. So.
Can you hear me?
So I can hear you.
Okay, good.
But the sets are really large as well. I mean, where was it? There was a one at the very end, where he's out in the desert.
Yeah.
That one is just huge.
Is that that's all sand, like kinetic sand?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's pretty good animation material, I guess, if you want to.
What else?
If you want to like really look for the desert feel.
Yeah.
But also the animation itself, just so smooth.
Yeah.
Flawless.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's one of the best brick films in terms of animation I've ever seen. It's probably one of my favourites. I mean, nothing beats Clone Training Center, but this one.
I personally really like the soundtrack in this, whatever they used for that.
Yeah.
Is there credits where it says music mix?
At the very end.
So they must have got someone to do it for them.
Yeah. Oh, Google's froze.
Rip.
Yeah. Joshua Griffith. Music mixed and mastered. Oh, music by Colin A. Clark. Music mixed and mastered by Joshua Griffith. Production sound by Michael J. Sassano.
Yeah.
Wow. Like, they went real into the music as well, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm actually curious to
jazz.
Find out how he did the scene where he's running away from the spiders. It just looks like, and how he made the running quite smooth with the background of the temple.
Yeah,
inside temple.
Really well done. One of my favourites though was when the whiskey. There was a Chardonnay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
But
right.
one of my favorites is where the where he stands on the thing and he gets lifted up out of the temple right onto
Mhm.
like to the desert, and it ends, and
Yeah.
you kind of wonder, was he just drunk in the desert, or the way
Oh
it
yeah.
ends, you kind of start to think, well, did it actually happen, or was he
Oh,
just
now I
drunk
can't
in the
unsee
desert,
it.
a dream?
Maybe.
That's what
And I
when I
wonder
first
what
saw it, that's
happened
what
to
I
the
thought.
old man. What happened to the
Maybe
old
there was
man?
no old man.
Oh no. What have you done?
It's all a figment in his imagination.
I mean, it would explain why he saw skeletons
Yeah,
alive and all of that.
getting chased by
Yeah.
spiders.
Or maybe this. Then again, they weren't really chasing him, were they?
No, they weren't, but it's just it's interesting.
God.
Yeah, it's really. I think it's probably one of my favorite Brick films of all time.
Yeah, it's
Simply because it mixes so much of that classic adventure style but with comedy as well, and
yeah, you're right.
it's a spoof of Indiana Jones and the Mummy, and
Those classic pyramid raid films, or
yeah, yeah. And also, I really like that they use actual Egyptian, or I think it's Arabic language. That they use the actual language.
actually, or are
Yeah,
you
in
sure
the
it's just
beginning.
gibberish that they've made up, and then
I don't know.
because you
I
know
mean,
they
for
do
someone
that
who pays
with
so
a
much,
couple of movies.
yeah,
Oh,
but for someone who paid so much attention to the detail, I think that they would use the actual language.
sure. Yeah, I love the old man. He's
So,
just so. I love his character.
yeah, the voice actor for him is so
Yeah.
good.
And again, I'm just
Who
watching the
voiced him,
beginning
actually?
where he's oh no. And then, oh damn it! Now you're making me think that nothing is real. It just ruins the whole film. Anyway,
It was Jeff Scott Carey.
well there you go.
Yeah, well,
And for something that's made
if
in
you ever
2000,
need...
when did
Okay, so...
brick films start to get popular? Just was it around the Lego Movie time, or were they really popular before then?
Oh, that's actually an interesting question. I mean, I know in the 2000s you had people like Fancy Pants
Mhm.
and Solid Brick Studios, like in the late 2000s, are releasing their videos.
Yeah.
You had, I remember the first Brick film I ever saw was Star Wars vs. Harry Potter one back in
Okay.
2007,
That's pretty cool.
and it was I can't remember much. All I remember is Boba Fett burning Luke Skywalker to death, and
Oh.
back later, Luke Skywalker's body was like a skeleton.
Of
So
course.
for an 8-year-old kid to see that as his first Brick film,
I know.
But
And then
I think it was always a popular medium, I guess.
yeah.
But I think now it's become really popular with the Lego Movie and with people like
Lego
Brotherhood
Batman
Workshop,
movie.
Michael Hickox.
Yeah. And then Forrest.
Oh yeah, Forrest. I think Forrest is one of the old school Brick filmers too.
And Fancy Pants as well, I guess.
Yeah. There's one Brick filmer. We need to review one of his videos one day. Doug Vandergrift. You heard of him?
I think I might have.
He's only released 2 Brick films. Oh no, 3 actually.
Really? Okay.
Only 3,
Yeah.
except one of them's a short one.
Mm-hmm.
The Pirates of the Caribbean one. The other 2 are about 30-40 minute long
Oh,
Brick films.
awesome.
One of them's a western, the other one's a pirate one,
Yeah.
and they are really well done. And the cinematography, the story, it's like a full on movie production.
How old are they? Like the
I think they're quite old.
Like 2011 or 9 or
Um,
older than me? YouTube wasn't around then. Never mind.
no, it wasn't. Well, wow. So, America Outlawed,
Mhm.
the Western one,
Mhm.
was released. Let's check when it was released.
Drum roll. Just adding this.
September the 1st, 2007. It's almost 2
Really?
years old. Yeah.
No way.
Well, Pirates was released July 5th, 2008.
Has he put anything up since? Like,
He did do some reviews. About 4 months ago, he did a couple of reviews
on
for Lego sets, but he's
Okay.
very inactive.
Okay. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a check his stuff out after.
And I discovered him because his tutorials are really good. They're really in depth.
Is it like for
And-
animation tutorials or?
Yeah, animation tutorials.
Okay.
It's the lighting ones and the camera ones so good.
Alright, I'm gonna check him out later.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say about Mob Deli's Egyptian holiday?
No, I think we've covered it all.
I think now I want to make a Egyptian type brick film
Yeah,
now.
I originally was going to do one with the adventurers one. I mean, it's still... I've got the idea on the shelf. I might revisit it one day.
Yeah.
Because it just, I'd love to work on that one day, and I had a good idea and all that.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's on the shelf with about 100 other
Of
projects.
course.
No, I always get these ideas and just... Yeah, I'll develop them for a bit and then put them on the shelf.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
Rip.
Just, on the shelf, I got a Knight's Kingdom project.
That would have been.
Yeah, I've got a Adventurers project.
Agents. You got the agents.
Yeah, that
and
one. Yeah. At the moment, I'm actually developing a fantasy series.
Ooh.
Thinking, yeah.
Batman.
Kind of
What happens to
very-
Batman?
Oh yeah, the Batman one's still going to be still working on the fantasy one way down the line because that one is going to be crazy to work on because the story it's kind of very Lord of the Rings almost.
Ooh.
Well, not Lord of the Rings. That's a bad example actually. It's more like imagine the not Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings battles, but with the Game of Thrones kind of twists and turns almost.
I think I'll...
Kind of like that.
Alright.
With this bit of Star Wars influence.
Sure. Sounds
That'd
crazy.
just be crazy to work on.
But it'd be cool.
It's still fun to develop.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I guess on to the next brick film.
Yep. So the next... Oop, that's my phone. Next brick film. Jampot Studios is... Oh, I don't know how to... Lego Suicide
Lego
Squad.
Suicide.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah. So this is for the Lego DC Universe we talked about earlier.
Cinematic... Oh no, never mind. It's...
No, not the DC Cinematic Universe.
I just thought about it for a second. No.
But this brick film, really good animation,
Mhm.
and
Well,
I don't
sometimes
know
a little
if it fits
choppy,
in
but the
with
thing is,
other
yeah.
stories. Yeah, I'm not sure if it fits in with other stories.
where
because-
was it before? No, I think it might because Jampot's been making a couple of Suicide Squad videos. But didn't he?
He's
made
done
one.
Deadshot.
Yeah, he did Deadshot. So I
Yeah.
think eventually these storylines could come together and you could do a full-on Suicide Squad brick film.
Yeah, because he's developed Harley Quinn, but there's already a past behind that. I don't know if it was in another series that's in there because they got. I'm looking at the complete playlist for the Lego DC Universe,
Mhm.
and there's a whole Batman series,
Yeah.
Gotham Defenders, and it's about 12 episodes.
Yeah.
and then another 6. So maybe it does tie into that because there's some history between Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Yeah.
So it's really it's got a strong backstory, which is good because you don't see that much in Brickfilms.
I like the plot of this film a lot. Like and the question with like Harley, would she kill the Joker if she had the chance or not? Like
That's interesting. I mean, it kind of reminds me of the Gotham City Sirens comic book series,
mhm.
and they've announced that there'll be a movie of that
Oh yeah.
comic book line.
No.
Yeah, but DC announce a
please.
movie every day, so
That's true. Today, they announced something like they're thinking about doing 4 Batman movies in 2019.
oh wow. Yeah, how is that going to get delayed or not? Because they've already delayed Aquaman.
Oh, I don't even know what's coming out next year for them. What is coming
It's
out next year?
Aquaman and the Flash, pretty sure.
Flash doesn't even have a director yet.
Really?
Well, not
I
that I
know-
heard. I know that 2 directors dropped out, or 3.
Yeah, to work
2
on
or 3.
Han's,
One of them.
to work on a Han Solo.
Actually,
Yeah, it was Phil Lord and Chris Miller. I think it was the other way around. I'm pretty sure it's Phil Lord. And
I know that Chris
Miller.
Miller's doing Nightwing, but that's well, he's planning to do Nightwing.
Oh, okay. Oh wow! I think they've actually dropped the Flash project. Yeah,
Wait, what? No. No way.
it was originally going to be released on March 16th, 2018.
Oh.
Story treatment was written by Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
Mm-hmm.
So Phil Lord and Chris Miller are dropped out of working on it to work on the Han Solo film,
Mm-hmm.
and
Good.
you can't blame them because it's Han Solo.
It's Star Wars.
Yeah. Then they got another director, and he dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
So then they just released. Oh no, it's raining here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, and I've got
Lovely.
an outdoor concert tonight. So
Lovely weather. Good old
Yeah.
Australian weather.
yeah, we get 4 seasons in one day here. Yeah, so going back to the Flash, the project is currently on hold.
Nice. On hold.
They're
How
doing
long's
a
that gonna
page.
be
I
for?
don't know, but they're doing a page 1 rewrite.
Yuck. I hope Justice League doesn't does justice to the character. I'm sorry for making that pun.
Yeah,
But if Justice League's Flash is good, then might make people more interested with the Flash and then get a better movie. I don't know.
yeah. They've just got
They're
all
really
these.
unorganized.
Yeah, they just got all these untitled films. They don't even know what they're doing with this Lobo Dark Universe Man of Steel sequel, which they have, say will be
Suicide
coming out.
Squad 2.
Hmm,
Is anyone actually excited for that?
no. Gotham City Sirens,
I'm not excited for that.
Deadshot,
Not excited for
Black
that.
Adam,
Maybe.
Nightwing.
I couldn't care less.
Nightwing would be cool, and Batgirl.
Batgirl. Oh yeah, because Joss Whedon said he'd be doing
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he did the Avengers, so I guess it's in safe hands.
that. Yeah. Back to Suicide Squad Harley Quinn.
Oh yeah, the actress for Harley Quinn in that
Audrey Bacon. Did I say it
yeah,
right?
she was really good. Yeah, Audrey Bacon.
There you go. Yeah, she's definitely
also-
good casting.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I also liked Amanda Waller.
Oh, yeah. Caitlin Buckley. They're both pretty good.
Yeah.
The only voice actor that I think was a bit of a miscast was the Joker voice actor.
Yeah. I mean, I know Skinny Zach, he does a good Joker voice.
Mm. Yeah. Pretty sure they changed the voice actor to Skinny Zach as well, but I don't know. See, the voice actor they've got in this film is okay.
Yeah.
It's just, I think it was I don't know, what's that word?
Yeah, it just didn't feel. I know what you mean. It didn't feel very not solid. It was a solid performance. It just didn't feel like it was a Joker.
Yeah. Maybe not trying too hard. Because, rip.
I think it was too much trying to be like Mark Hamill's Joker.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And only Mark Hamill can do Mark Hamill's Joker.
Yeah, you're right. Well, what else did you like about the film? The visual effects?
The visual effects are the one with the smoke.
Oh yeah, that was
just
good.
Yeah, that was really good. And I think that was one of the only major visual effects they were using in it, though.
Yeah, you're right. And then I actually like the transition at the beginning, with the window, and then it fades.
Oh yeah,
that was cool. That's a little thing I liked.
Yeah, I really liked Harley Quinn's voice actor again in the opening scene where she's like, "Did you miss me?" And like holding a gun, dressed as a nurse.
I think this actually nails Harley Quinn's personality. This whole film, I guess.
I think the writing of the characters really well done.
Yep, definitely.
I think, and it also shows Amanda Waller really well.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
Ruthless,
cool because we haven't seen a decent Amanda Waller, I guess, in Brickfilm form.
No. I thought you were going to say just in general.
No, because there was Amanda Waller in Suicide Squad. She was okay.
I think the actress was pretty good with what she was given.
Yeah, I mean,
Viola Davis is great.
Yeah, if she was given proper script, she portrayed what was needed and she made it like the comics.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But probably one of my favorite Amanda Waller adaptations is from Arrow.
I haven't seen Arrow. Is it? I've heard it's not that great.
Yeah, Arrow, good. I mean, I enjoy it. There are some episodes that are okay, but I really enjoy Arrow. I mean, it's one of the better superhero shows in the CW. Yeah, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I haven't seen The Flash actually, so I can't really judge. I mean, I've seen the first episode of The Flash.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Legend of Tomorrow, but I've seen a bit of Vixen, which is that web series. And I've also seen
Supergirl.
I've seen a couple of episodes of that. Supergirl's okay, but Arrow is probably one of the most solid ones.
Mm-hmm.
It has a major storyline that goes through each episode, and I mean, I remember I was in Melbourne last year and they put Arrow season 3 on Netflix. And even though I was in Melbourne and there was lots to do, I still managed to watch the whole season, like whole 20-something episodes in about 3 days. So I don't know how I managed to do that, but it is one of those shows you can just watch non-stop.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was gonna compare them to the Netflix shows and say, would the Netflix shows be better? And I was gonna say how they're not really that watchable. I can't really binge them. Like with Iron Fist, it took me a while before I could start getting through them in like a day or something. But it took me I think about a week or two to actually get into the series.
That's with me. I mean, Daredevil, I watched, non-stop. Oh, Jessica Jones and Iron Fist, I kind of would watch a, maybe 20 minutes of an episode and move on to something else. It was one of those.
Okay, yeah.
It would, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just they don't have that real gripping storyline that Arrow had.
Probably because maybe the DC shows are trying to be more fun and action packed.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's one thing about DC is that their shows are so much better than Marvel shows.
Which shows are we talking about? Netflix or
in general? I mean, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know.
Better than Daredevil? Better than Jessica Jones?
Or I don't know. I mean, Daredevil and Jessica Jones probably are better than The Flash and Legends of Tomorrow and Supergirl. Probably not as good as Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, Arrow is a really good show.
Okay.
But Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is just a horrible show.
I watched a couple episodes. It's okay.
The first 2 episodes were good, and after that, I just lost it.
Rip.
Yeah. And one day I was homesick, and they just on Channel 7 they just had Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. marathon, so I was watching that. It was like season 2 or 3, and I had no idea what was going on.
Oh no. It's crazy.
But you can't do much when you're sick.
So back to Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where he takes it next.
Yeah, definitely. If he's going to continue the Harley Quinn story, he was going to go into another character and then bring it in with a bigger brick film. I'm not sure. I want to see more
I'm
of this.
pretty sure we're going to see a... I mean, I haven't seen the Deadpool one yet. Not Deadpool, Deadshot. I haven't seen the Deadshot one yet, but I think I don't know if it does link into Harley Quinn, but I think we might see another solo film for another Suicide Squad member. Okay. Maybe Katana or something, and then see a Suicide Squad brick film, probably about 15 minutes long. That's what I'm guessing anyway.
Shame, because the DCEU movies really turned me off the Suicide Squad, but maybe this can redeem it. I mean, not redeem. There's not.
Yeah. The Arrow Suicide Squad is really well done.
Ooh.
Because pretty much they just get, unlike the movie Suicide Squad, where they got all these heroes that we never heard of, apart from the comics, but heroes that if you were just to go from the cinematic universe, they weren't in any of the previous movies.
Okay, yeah.
Well, not heroes, villains, but
sure.
Yeah, but in Arrow, you already see these villains, and then they actually forced to work, and some of the villains do end up dying, and they just keep replacing.
Slipknot.
Oh yeah.
Is Slipknot in it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it! It's my favorite. So.
Yeah. Just because he died early on, and we didn't even know who he was.
He sacrificed himself. He had
the
best character development. Am I right?
I know. But we see their version of Deadshot, which I kind of prefer to Will Smith's version.
Mm-hmm.
You have a glimpse of Harley Quinn, but the Suicide Squad itself is more, in Arrow, is more, it's more geared towards the villains that have already appeared in Arrow.
Yeah.
And I guess that's a sign of a successful Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
And I think Jam-Pot Studios is really, we're already seeing origins, well, not origins, but their motives, and I think we could see a full-on team-up, which could be really interesting later on. So I guess we move on to the final brick film.
Edgar, I think there's one more thing I had to say.
Okay.
Where was it? I forgot it for a second. Oh no, I think the cinematography is pretty good, and then the structure of the plot.
And the lighting as well.
Most of the lighting's pretty good.
Yeah, because it's always difficult to get nighttime lighting effect.
And
I mean,
one thing I have to say, there's like a lot of brick films, like mainly the Batman ones, I guess. They try to do series, and one when they do the nighttime scenes, what they do, they turn off every single light.
Oh yeah.
So
I've
it's
seen
very
that,
hard to see the characters, and there's lots of action scenes or whatever. Oh, gotta go sneeze in a second. Oh boy. But and it's the thing, because like you can't see what's going on. It's like at least put maybe 1 or 2 lights in the thing just to.
What I like to do with my when I did the Batman: The Dark Knight brick film, which was unfinished, because originally what I was doing is I was going to do short videos that would showcase each, because I've got the original lineup of the Justice League in Lego.
Not even the Avengers though.
No, I don't. I mean, when I was collecting Lego, I was more DC back then.
Sure.
So, I guess that's why I don't have any Marvel sets.
Silly.
I mean, but if they release X-Men sets, I will buy all of them.
Have you got the set, the Wolverine and Magneto and
No, I
thing
don't.
from 2012?
I was looking to buy. It's just so expensive though.
It is really expensive, but they've got. It's a great set, I think. Shame that.
Yeah, because I mean, one of my other ideas, on that shelf, is an X-Men project.
Have you seen Smith Movies X-Men episode that he put out?
No, I haven't. No.
Watch that. It's really well animated, and it feels very much like an X-Men story.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a recommendation for all you people.
Cool.
And you.
Okay, cool. So
it's also an MBU thing as well.
Oh, okay. So I was originally gonna do showcase for each hero and build up to a Justice League film or something.
Yeah.
And I didn't finish the Dark Knight film. But what I did with the lighting effect there was on my camera I lowered the exposure.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like -3 or 4 in the exposure.
Mm.
But what I did with Heroes of the 501st when they were inside the base, or when I'm editing episode 2, they're inside the base, want a dark thing, I would just play with the contrast and brightness in Premiere.
Yeah.
And that kind of creates the effect I need. Well, I still got proper lighting. I just do all the lighting changes in
post,
yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Because I just think if you're gonna try and achieve that type of lighting effects in like camera, then it's just you're not gonna be able to do it in a good way.
People have done it.
Oh really? I mean.
Well, I mean that they've got like lights in certain places, so it just gives it a bit of light, so you can see some stuff.
Oh, okay, because I know the Lego group on their YouTube channel a couple of years ago, they did a series on using the stop motion app that they've got.
Yeah.
It used to be the Superhero Movie Maker, but now they just changed it to the Movie Maker app.
RIP.
Yeah, but they did all these tutorials, and one of them was a lighting one, and they said for nighttime, what you can do is angle your lights so it's reflecting off a white surface, so there is still lighting, but it's a weak lighting.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea, actually.
Yeah, and what I like to do is, if I was shooting a nighttime scene, put a black piece of paper behind instead of blue.
Yep.
So even if your lights are quite bright, the black will kind of look like it's nighttime, and you kind of think if it's in a city, it could be street lights or something.
Yeah, sure. There's been a couple Brickfilms that have done it. I think I'll send you one of the links.
Okay. Oh, here you go.
RIP.
Okay, yeah.
Self-promotion. No, I'm joking, by the way. But yeah, but in all seriousness, I think even the cryptic, God, I can't. Yeah, from last week that we reviewed, or last 2 weeks, whenever we recorded it.
Yeah.
It's nighttime in a couple of scenes, but they've still got enough lighting to. Oh, then again, they also had the the storm in the background, so that when it strikes, like, or whatever. I don't know. Rip.
Yeah.
Kill me. And
so I guess on to the next brick film.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, so this one's going to be interesting.
Is by Egg Yolk 2002.
Yep.
And this one is Visit Guam Blockheads Animated.
So if you don't know what the Blockheads podcast is,
check them out.
Just make sure you dislike all their videos.
Oh yeah. And like all of ours, you know.
Yeah, and comment down. Comment on their videos. The brick panel is 10 times better. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. And but we don't claim any responsibility to actually do that.
No, not at all.
But so they, you know, in all seriousness, they do a really good podcast. It's Alex of Lone Clone Productions and Jonathan of Aubrey Studios 82.
Two really good animators.
Yeah. And they do a weekly podcast, and there's a running joke that no, it's not actually a joke. They're actually recording there in Guam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's a joke, but really they are recording there.
There you go.
You know, we've been lucky enough to see their pictures of their house that they bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beauty.
Yeah.
And I think Jonathan actually bought one of the tanks from the US military.
Oh, yeah.
And he drives that around just to get to the shops and all.
Yeah, but you need it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've received one of those trademark needles in the
Of
post.
Course.
Yeah. Somehow Australia Post didn't get rid of that.
So back to the big film.
They recorded in Guam, and Egg Yolk 2002 animated a segment from the first episode where they're introducing Guam.
Yeah.
And at the very beginning, the video says, "This video is not meant to take any political stances on my behalf, nor was it created with the intent to offend any group, nationality, or demographic of people."
Of course.
And it's pretty much he's using audio from the podcast and animating using Alex and Jonathan's sig figs.
How he thinks of what's actually happening.
They're just sitting at this coffee table with like a bunch of flour
and grabbing onto his
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I gotta say the editing is brilliant for it.
Yeah. One of my favourite parts is where Jonathan goes out the window. You may hear the occasional helicopter flying. You know, helicopter, like just out looking out the window, and there's just a helicopter flying past, like firing machine guns.
Yeah, it's
the tank. You know, it's so cheesy, but it's so funny.
Yeah, of course, Jonathan and Alex's chemistry makes some seriously good comedy.
Yeah,
which Egg Yolk has really done a good job translating it into animation.
Like one thing when it's saying, you know those ads where it says "Visit California" and stuff. Yeah,
he literally puts. Oh, never mind. He doesn't literally put stuff.
The place of Dream shows the map and all that.
There's like a US military base every 20 feet, and then the safest place in the world. That's great.
Yeah. It's just he did a few other animated excerpts of
Blockheads.
Blockheads, yeah. He did one for He Will Not Divide Us, that one.
Of course.
It's just I don't think we'll go into the He Will Not Divide Us thing. Yeah, you can watch you need to watch the weekly segment on Blockheads. They got the rights to broadcast the story of He Will Not Divide Us. We don't have those rights.
Sure.
But the opening, like the way Egg Yolk animated that one was so funny. The way they, it's funny because he's just like animating to the funny audio clips, and
it's great.
It's just really well done.
Yeah, comedic timing is excellent.
Yeah.
So now that we've talked about this, we're probably going to have to get into our bunker shelters or whatever you want to call them, so we don't get bombed by the US military.
Military. Yeah. But what they've managed to do is make Guam actually seem quite inviting.
Yeah. It wouldn't be nice to go on a holiday there, maybe one day. Get away from our Four Seasons a day weather. Yeah, weather.
Yeah. I mean, we're recording this at the moment in a apartment in Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're actually, it's right on King's Cross, so...
And Clive Palmer is right outside our window.
Yeah, he's actually got his apartment right next to us.
It is also, it's also about to grab my, my koala.
Oh, yeah. We got our pet koala roaming around.
And to tell you the truth, I actually am a koala.
Oh, okay.
It's a plot twist.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. But yeah, we're recording at King's Cross in Sydney.
Yeah.
We're recording this at I don't know, midnight, so you might hear the occasional stabbing or the loud beats from nightclubs.
And the occasional kangaroos coming into the...
Oh yeah, we get kangaroos all the time, We're trying to send letters to Malcolm Turnbull, trying to get him to declare war on the kangaroos. But he learnt from the Emu War, which is the great Australian...
Everyone learned from that war.
Yeah. Do not mess with emus, because they got the strengths of tanks.
And what's the sound that emus make?
I don't even know.
Maybe.
Sounds like you're dying.
It's probably because I am.
So, are you actually a koala?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, you see. So Skinny Zach has got all those photos of you, I see. Robbing the store.
He somehow hacked into my phone and then taken all my photos of me, the koala.
Yeah. It's quite scary what they can do.
He's exposed me where I got drunk once. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
That's enough stories about me.
Yeah, I think we just, if you want to look up King's Cross in Sydney, you can do it.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, we fly over there every fortnight to record.
I sometimes go a bit more regular. Cause it's not...
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough stories about me and you.
Yeah. But Guam does look pretty nice. I mean, maybe Alex and Jonathan are willing to
invite us.
Yeah, invite us over. Maybe I don't know. Maybe if we move there, who knows? We can fix the time zone problem that we've got with guests,
and maybe have some better weather.
Yeah, instead of raining raindrops, it'll be raining bullets. Be better.
Yeah. So Eggyo 2002 did a pretty good job with that film.
Yeah. Really, the animation. I mean, there was a bit of light flicker, but that really is unavoidable.
And I think the comedic timing of the editing really covers that as well.
Yeah. So go check that video out, and check out Blockheads. If you haven't already.
And leave the comment, like we said before.
No, we don't claim any responsibility if you do that, though.
The brick panel is 10 times better.
So, I guess that's all the reviews for this week.
And I think it might be close to a 2-hour episode.
Yeah.
Nice.
The last one was about an hour and a half.
So what we're planning to do next episode?
Get guests.
Yeah. Hopefully, we're gonna get a guest this time.
Should we explain what happened with the guest incident? Or?
Be my guest. No, I didn't mean for the fun.
Okay. Well,
Okay, right.
well, what happened was we emailed Hux to be our guest on the show, talking about his trailer recreation. He agreed to do it, and we never heard anything from him afterwards. And so then this is about Friday night. We were panicking, and
Just about to get into the car to travel to Sydney, King's
I
Cross.
was about to get into the plane, yeah. And we're getting really worried because, airfares from the US and times, we were worried if Hux wouldn't be able to make it. So we thought maybe a bit closer is Scotland, so we tried to get Darren from DT98 Films.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, okay. And he was about to do it, get on the plane, fly over, and we never heard from him.
Yeah.
For all we know, his plane could have been hijacked and taken to Guam.
Maybe Jonathan and Alex have sabotaged us.
Oh no.
Maybe they did that to Hux as well.
Maybe they're holding him prisoner.
We'll have to look into this.
Yeah.
But let's see if we can get them on another episode once we find them.
Yeah. So go and rescue him from Guam.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, what happened was it happened to Houston. They sent him back on a boat, and pretty much Captain Phillips, the movie, happened to him.
Of course.
So maybe that's what happened to them on
Yeah.
the plane. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, the pirates are in the sky now.
So.
So yeah, we're going to get some guests on.
And
Couldn't.
so also for the next episode, we're hoping to kind of start to interact with our audience.
Yeah, our at the time of this recording, our 29 subscribers.
And probably only like 4 of them will actually listen to it, but
Yeah, and also our 55 Instagram followers.
and also our pet emus.
Oh yeah, was that our 12 Twitter followers too?
Yeah. Did we post it on our Twitter in the end? The previous episode.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. So yeah, we'll put up some questions regarding the next episode, and we'd like to hear your opinions, and you can ask some questions and whatnot.
Okay, yes. Just feel free to ask us any questions about us, I guess.
King's Cross.
Yeah. I don't know. Ask us anything about animations.
Yeah. Topics,
about,
whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, suggest some topics that we can talk about in terms of brick filming. If there are any brick filming topics that you want to hear us talk about, and then just feel free to drop us a line.
Yeah. And feel free.
Also, if you do know of any good brick films out there we can review, preferably a more recent brick films, but if there are some older ones you want to see us review, and yeah, just send us an email.
Or
don't
send us a letter via
Australia Post.
Yep.
Yeah, our
you know where to find it.
Yeah, King's Cross, Sydney. Here we go. We got check out on sydney.com things to do in King's Cross, when you yeah, we got our address at the moment is
Oh my god.
we don't even know our address.
You know where to find it. That's all I've got to say for this episode. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Should we?
So just let us know if you want to see any reviews. And hopefully next week we can have some guests. Or not next week, next episode. We're not a weekly podcast.
No,
I don't think we can deal with that type of.
Not that sketchy.
No, I mean, who does weekly podcasts?
Yeah. There you go.
I mean, fortnightly podcasts is real cool.
That's the real stuff.
Yeah. If you're doing weekly podcasts, that's just too mainstream. It's too boring.
Got to be more creative, more original.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to do every 3 weeks, but that just felt that was just too far fetched.
I think people would think we're too cool.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's all I've got to say. I don't know about you.
Okay.
But I'm gonna zip my mouth.
I think we should better start wrapping up now.
Yeah.
So it's I think well over 2 hours this episode.
Yeah. Well,
but we did
more
go off
ad
topic
revenue
a lot.
if we monetize our video.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can
Next
get
time
some
we'll
audio files as well. Like put it on what's that, archive.org or iTunes or whatever you want to call it.
We'll try and get on iTunes. I don't know if Archive's a pretty good I don't know. I haven't looked into it that much.
Yeah, we'll have.
I don't know if there's an audience there though.
We'll make an audience there with our 29 subscribers. Anyway,
and our fortnightly episodes.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening. See you again next fortnight, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and subscribe.
And see you later, mate.
See ya.
G'day and goodbye. Where's the recording button to stop it? Oh hey.